I'm on edge about this election. I want change so badly. This is the first time I really pushed a candidate like this and involved myself in a campaign like this before.
Peace, what's going on? OP here, Brooklyn representative, DJ, Sweet 903, Raw Fusion. Here tonight at the Tribeca Grand for the movie filming, talking about voting.
The purpose of having it here at Tribeca Grand and having you guys here, because you're the people who can make a difference.
So things like the first film was only 15 minutes, Steal Back Your Vote, a new film by Greg Palast, and basically giving you a little eye into what's happening around the country as the Republicans try to steal yet another election. Following that, we'll screen Uncounted, which is an excellent documentary, basically showing what went down in 2004 and how, unfortunately, there's a very real possibility that that's going to happen again.
Colorado, just as a prime example, in 2006, we had Donetta Davidson, who pulled 19.4% of the voter registrations right off the rolls. And then for that act, she was promoted. She was promoted right up to the Election Assistance Commission, the highest, the people who run the American elections.
I'm trying to put together a popular-oriented book, and as a preliminary, I've been listing the different ways that the election was stolen in Ohio, and at this moment I'm at 36. So I expect to get to about 50.
Here in Columbus, Ohio's capital, voters waited as long as 2.5 hours today to cast their ballots.
People waiting in line for 9 hours to vote, some getting discouraged and actually going home without exercising their franchise.
People waiting for as long as 15 hours to vote in line because they only had 2 places to vote.
The interminably long lines that African Americans and young people on college campuses suffered was the result of a very conscious decision on allocating voting machines. To my knowledge, that's a new game. I had never known of it before. That clearly happened in this election.
We're trying to make sure that people are informed so that we don't have another 2004. We don't have another 2000. We don't have another Ohio or Florida.
It's good to bring up the conversation more and more because no one's talking about that. They're talking about like Sarah Palin's wardrobe. They're talking about Tina Fey playing Sarah Palin. They're not talking about the real issues of people really being hoodwinked into not being able to vote.
I think there's probably going to be a 4 to 6% lead on Obama, but I just want to make sure it shows once people go to the polls and tally their votes.
This is probably one of the most important elections that's ever happened in American history, probably in world history. What happens on November 4th will pretty much determine how this country moves forward, but also how the world moves forward as well.
Lift up, get up out of your beds. You know, if you need a ride, if you need an excuse to get off work, I'll help you out. But make sure you're there.
And vote.
Vote unconditionally.